Hello everyone, welcome back to MyRetroTat. This is a bit of a mixed emotion video for me today. It's a very exciting opportunity, but it's also quite a solemn occasion. This is the house where I got some fantastic bits and pieces from that I featured on the channel, including that miscellaneous box. The gentleman who lived here sadly passed away very recently, and his family have had to vacate the house because it's a council house. He was living here alone and now he's passed away, it has to go back to the council. Unfortunately in the UK, the council give you very little time to process that situation, and as a result, basically I had to get as much out of here as I was able to. This house and the houses around it were built in the mid to late 50s. I think some of the earliest tenants were in 1958, and these were some of the earliest tenants because the family that lived in this house from new built it. Not very often that you find that. They built a great deal of this village, Berensfield, including our church, which is a beautiful mid-century modern church. Colwell Road, which is where this house is, was one of the first. And they are beautiful. I will do a walk around of Berensfield at some point. I'm going to have to do this in one take. It's 10 o'clock at night and I've been at work for basically 14 hours. But I can't miss an opportunity. I have to give the keys back when I leave today. So it's either we film it now or this is lost forever. So here's a walk around a time capsule 1958 house. So they had a few bits and pieces in the 70s, like the carpets I think are from the 70s. But almost all of the fixtures and fittings are original. There's this very interesting little walk-in area where you would have probably had a coat hook. I should say the layout of the house, totally original. No modifications whatsoever. They all looked like this when they were built. And I can just imagine coming home from work and it's freezing cold and you've got the crittle windows that these used to have. No central heating, just in the very earliest days a coal fire. And then later a gas fire. Okay, this is the ware I was talking to you about on the wallpaper. Gorgeous shag pile carpet, and there was furniture here, and this carpet is still so soft. And the wallpaper is just fantastic, and it's in brilliant condition as well. It's a little bit dingy in here, I'm afraid. If I turn the white balance to anything else on my camera, it just goes green. So, alas, I could not find room for this Art Deco cabinet. I just could not find room for it. And nor could my folks, so I don't think I'm going to be able to find room for that either. That looks like some 80s furniture there. So this is the pipework for the original gas fire and back boiler that would have been in this absolutely stunning mantelpiece. Probably a lot more stunning before the council came out and slapped a board over it, but that's just how the council do things, isn't it? And obviously feature chimney breast. So these houses originally had coal fires in them. I don't know if I've said that before. Then a lot of people went to gas. I think the council did gas because it was safer ostensibly, and then they decommissioned all of the gas. And most of the houses then went to economy 7 or storage heaters. This one didn't. It didn't have heat in it until about 6 months ago. These radiators are brand new. I'm glad he got to enjoy a little bit of central heating. Yeah. Okay, the kitchen is brand new. They redid the kitchen. All these fixtures and fittings are just so lovely. Close up of the pattern on that wallpaper. And as you can see, they're big houses. They expected you to raise a family in them. Oh, they're also absolutely biblical sized gardens too. You can see the other house up the other end. The gardens are huge. Yeah, modern kitchen unfortunately. Still an original 1950s latch on here that still works. It really upsets me that they're going to just rip all this out. I would love nothing more. This is a unicorn house for me. I would move in here, hoover, move my stuff in. This would have been a little coal bunker. You can't see that for toffee, unfortunately. Let me get my phone out. Let's see if I can shine a light on that. Yeah, so that's where you would have stored a lot of your coal for the coal fire. This is lovely. Sliding door. Mostly private. Still working. Wet room. Now, this may have been updated over the years, but the sink in particular is absolutely from the late 50s. And I think the taps might be too. If they're not, they're from the 1960s, but they're absolutely beautiful. Again, all these things, I know it's silly, I know it's only a handle on a toilet, but there was such a style to them. That's a brand new mirror shower, that's not very old at all. And the Artex, all the houses in Bairnsfield, for the most part, that were built on the original run of buildings in Bairnsfield, had Artex in them. I just love this living room. It just feels like home to me. Lovely warm light. Okay. Love the colour of the woodwork as well. You can't see that unfortunately because of the shade of the light, the colour temperature of the light bulbs. Yeah, so many years. I'm probably one of the last people who's going to use this 70-year-old handrail. I can't put into words the smell in this house, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It is... It's just the most lovely, nostalgic, homely smell. The wallpaper in this room is absolutely fantastic. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around and turn all the bedroom lights on. And whichever one lights up first is the one we'll do first, because some of the bulbs in here take a while. So an interesting one as well is that you've got a separate toilet and bathroom, whereas in the two beds you didn't. So Colwell Road consists of 2-bed and 3-bed houses. These are definitely mid-century. It probably only wants a valve. Not much to say about the bathroom. It's a basic bathroom. It's a council bathroom. This is what you got. You got a bath, you got a sink. And you'll be grateful for it. Some beautiful vintage lino just there. Look at the wear. Just telling stories. Sitting here telling stories. Some more of that stippled Artex. They just got it up back then. They literally just get the Artex on the ceiling. Okay, this room looks like a good place to start. Wood chip wallpaper, that was a staple of council housing back in the day. As you can see, there's a few little cracks and things in places. It might actually be the paper. That's probably moisture related. The plaster skim sounds fine. I can't believe I'm having to let this go. These two. Been a pair. Yeah. Again, these little thumb latches. Still working perfectly after all these years. And then under the carpet, you can see how little this house has been messed about with. Look at the condition the floorboards are in. Old Mirror Sport. New diesel economy Ford Fiesta. 1988. Mirror Weekend. Ugh. Oh wow, look at that lino. Remember when things just used to look nice? It looks like they've just used whatever they can to put down under the carpet to soften the carpet a little. People made do back then, you see. Like, again, generously sized rooms. This is the smallest bedroom, believe it or not. If this was in Oxford, I'm not exaggerating, you're probably looking at £400 or £500 a month for a room that size in Oxford. Hey, that's just my opinion. More of that lovely lino. Again, it's just a very old house. I think the carpet had to be cut up for a few reasons over the course of the years. Right, it's a bit lighter in here now, but this pattern on the wallpaper is absolutely spectacular. And we'll see if I can get a close-up of that. Just lovely. Another one of those thumb latches. Still working, of course it is. This is, again, going to be dark in here. Just going to have to deal with it. There's nothing I can do. I've sadly got absolutely no time at all to be able to document this. And then, again, it's not the plaster, it's the paper. There's a settlement crack there. And then moisture's gotten in and it's just sagged the paper away from the wall. How many interesting days it ended around that light switch, eh? Stunning Bakelite door handles. Of course they still work. Bit of a story window there. Let some light into the hallway. Well, this really is dark in here. This light bulb is just dead. Let me see if I can turn my light on to anything close to an adequate brightness. Oh, that's marginally better. Again, some lovely carpet patterns. It looks like it's 3D, doesn't it? Gorgeous 70s curtains. More of that Artex. It's a lovely house, just wear and tear. Let's see if I can get a better shot of this room with the torch on, at least the wallpaper. There you go, you can see the colour a bit better now. Not sure if the gloss has just yellowed or if it was a chosen colour, because people didn't used to just paint all their woodwork white back then, believe it or not. Okie dokie. Right. Thank you, sir, for letting me look around your house, and thank you for all the beautiful furniture and all the various bits of treasure. Rest in peace.